This is the story of a mystery yet to be solved. It began in the final year of the 21st century. The inhabitants of Earth were voyaging through the stars in search of fresh resources for their polluted and overcrowded home world. This voyage has been ongoing for over 75 years. This brings us to the Omnitech colony on Mira Ceti 4. The success of this facility will rest on the crew, which is made up of skilled professionals and civilian pioneers. But a religious group called the Esoterics are refusing to work based on their belief that Omnitech is demeaning them. Their leader says that this man's position as foreman is secular, so he should not have any right to determine the activities of others. Getting people to leave everything behind just to travel to the far reaches of space for hard work and an uncertain future was not easy, so Omnitech was forced to accept almost anyone willing to go, even those that are more political or part of a religious group. That's how the Esoterics ended up on Mira Ceti 4. They were led by a man named Father Lumley, and they followed the writings of Horace Payne Lovelace, which to them was their prophet. Father Lumley says that menial labor is a lowly assignment for his people. He considers it religious persecution. The chief architect reminds him they all signed a contract. If they don't work, then they will be removed from the compound. The meeting would end very quickly. His equipment and transportation will be ready at 0600 hours, so they can start work on the excavation site. Father Lumley would go back to his quarters and remember the time when he inherited the title of High Priest from Father August. He was warned that his people would have a rough time with others that do not share in their beliefs. The Esoterics believe in this god named Tulitu. Father Lumley is praying for the day when his god would return to smite down his enemies and make the non-believers pay for their blasphemy. This group of esoterics would be sent out to the excavation site, and they should be gone for about 90 days. Father Lumley would keep reports on their progress, but still held a grudge for the other pioneers back at the main compound. He says that one day they shall all regret trifling with him. After 23 days on the excavation site, they would uncover something. It feels like some kind of metal, so Father Lumley orders them to uncover the rest of it as quickly as possible. He also tells them to keep this a secret from Omnitech. On day 32, the dig is complete. They uncovered a queen alien. But because this group is led by a religious person, he thinks they found the lost city of Erlek, the crypt of Tulitu. They would find an open doorway with a set of stairs. As they go inside, they would find a room full of alien eggs. The group is unaware of the danger they found, yet they still think this has a connection to the god Tulitu. The crew back at the main compound were out of contact with the esoterics for a week. They're about to set up a recon party, but then they show up on day 33, and were not due back for another 57 days. When he's confronted by the chief architect, Father Lumley ignores her, as his men carry some cargo within the compound. Since they refuse to explain themselves and avoided radio contact, security will escort them offsite first thing in the morning. Later that evening, most of the crew on site would spend time with their families. Meanwhile, the esoteric group would unpack their cargo. The alien eggs were left throughout the site. It was only a matter of time until they would hatch. The next morning, which is day 34, a security team is formed and heading to the section where the esoterics would be. The chief architect would assist them, but also saying she woke up with a sore throat. As they enter that room, they find bodies everywhere. They have no idea what happened. Father Lumley is found, still alive for now. He rambles about his god Tulitu, transforming his followers in his own image. A chestburster then erupts from his body and runs off. The entire security team then gets surrounded by full-grown aliens. They fire off their weapons. As the chief architect is pulled away, she runs off with another person. She tries to reach the communications room, but is unable to. the other man tells her that everything Lovelace wrote was true. They were not stories after all. There really are monstrous gods that live beyond the stars. A chestburster then comes out of her body and she's gone, like the others they found. The other man is just seen laughing. He might be going crazy. It took Omnitech over 15 years and an estimated 10 billion credits to establish its Mira Ceti outpost. It took less than 3 days for its destruction. It took 4.5 years for the nearest Omnitech cruiser to reach the colony. When it arrived, they found a mystery as baffling as that of the fabled Roanoke colony 5 centuries before. They found the horribly mutilated remains of 104 colonists, but there were no clues as to what happened to the other 427 Omnitech employees and recruits. All 52 members of the Esoteric Brotherhood of Tulitu were among the bodies they found. There was one theory going around that the colony succumbed to mass hysteria that resulted in riots. Others would panic and attack each other. This is the one Omnitech unofficially supports. There was another theory where aliens took everyone as slaves and brought them to a distant planet. If anyone resisted, they were terminated. And the last theory is that the esoterics were able to summon a demonic entity. It would then attack everyone on the site, and some others were dragged to hell. Since then, Omnitech has stated this tragedy will not dissuade their attempts at making Mira Ceti 4 a viable habitat for humankind, which means humans would have more encounters with these aliens in the future. It's possible that this story was inspired by some work of H.P. Lovecraft's creature mythology. So that's it for this video. What do you think about it? Tell me in the comment section. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.